And these games really start to mean something. Try to make it to the NBA playoffs. So Mike Conley at the controls. Read more on that story as we continue. Team, and they certainly have fun.
Saw right there.
And McDaniels goes strong to the George. Another mid-range is good.
Russell Westbrook has been there the last.
These teams coming off losses on Sunday. Zubats knocks Gobert to the
Got there.
Zubats, great. Misses the three. Zubats in calf injury. Little step back three in the southpaw. Leonard's going to line up a three. And he'll knock.
George was having to take on Anthony Edwards pick and rolls.
George, a foul of the first half. Hard to get those two on the floor. Paul George averaging 23 probes.
Along the way where this situation, that's just a sign that he's getting closer.
Take some pressure off this guy. Towns gets back in the lineup.
Anthony Towns hasn't passed. We talked to Chris Finch before. They made all the trades to get him. Russell Westbrook able to get a frame possession. Marcus Morris able to cover that run. He ripped off 8 in a row.
Themselves and be playing with a home.
Westbrook guards him, and Edwards. Kawhi Leonard for the answer. In the corner. Prince on him. Nice feed. Too hot for head. George running the floor.
Finn the shooter and beating down the floor.
For Mike Conley. Averaging a double-double this year. Reed coming off the bench. Fox, stat stuffing, finds McDaniel in the corner. There's Reed. And that's McDaniels with that long three. There's Edwards, and the foul denied by McDaniels.
Showing zone coming out of
substitutions here.
And he would have my vote and then switch it to the man-to-man.
Between the Wolves and the Clippers.
He's been very versatile. Whereas Anthony Edwards is actually
the starter running with 4. Fair play. At playoffs, you start looking 7 and 8.
It's going to be a starter, and then you want to go big upwards.
Flying high, denied. Here's Mann getting into the paint. Mann here's in their 30s. As Mann springs through. Unorthodox shot, but starter, technically the point guard, but they got their biggest lead is McLaughlin. Spreading shot clock and game clock. And a 3-point clock ticks. That is a foul.
Fouling him on that. Left-handed.
McLaughlin lets it fly, no good.
If you're going to be 7 or 8 to get down in, which is great for the fans.
Engage. I needed to get to you. They take it on Naz Reid. In San Francisco against the Warriors, the teams that they are battling with is Kyle.
Instantly now get beaten off the
fighting for the rebound, and Reed. McLaughlin. Ty Powell lets it fly. That one's catch.
47% from 3.
Three-pointers had 9 boards.
Three-pointer to pull people away off the dribble.
Gordon it off. Plumlee with the foot. Oh, can't get it to go. The last few days in the NBA ball at USC, and the little float drives it, gives it to Plumlee.
In charge, telling his guys that they need. He likes what they're doing. It was like
overtime game. Paul George back on the floor. He's got man on him, got the mismatch, and he's Paul George for 3. Rebounds, and he's going right at George.
And if they don't stop people in the paint.
Stan, good job. That was as George with the second.
Momentum was probably as big a read. Rudy Gobert.
Gives it to Kawhi Leonard. Knocks it deep.
But it's not.
Nice pass to get him to Minnesota.
And a pick swap.
And Gobert gets right. No, gets his own, puts it back. Gobert with the block. The floor as George misses the jumper. George Zubats left wide open. Gobert, the 2-man game. Gobert open for 3. Money.
Shots all the time. For him to get to his left hand.
On him, rises up, misses. Gobert +6 in that category, and makes the 3rd meeting between these. All the action on the NBA app. Finds a shooter. Morris lost the handle. Shoots over Edwards, no good. Gobert 3.5 to go. Edwards can't get 30. 31.
Well, every new starting point guards in the West. Paint to Sacramento.
Daniels with the rebound. And they give it right back. Conley, Alexander Walker, bullet pass.
Didn't contain the ball at all.
Double Conley. Forces.
Their defense collapsed.
And there's Kawhi Leonard. Again, he comes up short. Conley fakes the pass to Gobert. Westbrook for 3. Off the
Trust me, Brian, he's going to go glass.
And all of this coming in the second quarter for 3. And Alexander Walker And
for the last shot.
can take it all over, finds George, and in the first half gets to start again.
Lead the opposite.
Zubats and McDaniels.
Great year.
Did a good job. Second quarter really put the clamps down to 10. Paul George for the Timberwolves in the second quarter is in. Gobert fouled him.
You can't throw the ball to guys.
The 7-1 Rudy Gobert.
Grabbed Morris first.
For Gobert, he tips it to himself.
It's an offensive guy, but what
Fadeaway, tough shot, no good.
he's seeing defenses that are low.
Start performing better. Well, and that scenario, Carl offer a release valve.
What he's done, he said over the last few weeks.
A good report there as George, his game just in his third. Conley finds some space behind Gobert and discards. Dorian Prince there. Prince, good job. That's a travel.
It's 14 turnovers a game, so it has that forces a lot of turnovers.
Just one free throw attempt. This is sprint drive. Zubats follows.
George here within the last 2 minutes.
On Gobert, little fadeaway.
Bases if they're going to be true.
Of Conley, Zubats, Gobert, little push. No. Prince now, three-pointer. Games, they fall into 20.
Turning. You know, they've tried to just, this is a team that's
The need for a
coaching move in an underrated one.
got him out there now, and Naz Reid goes right. T-Wolves down 7. Plus, let a double-digit lead.
Turned into 21 points.
Man on him, goes with the left hand. No good. First half points. Good chunk of the for the stretch run.
These shots.
Oh, and he stripped. Leonard taking on Reid.
Kawhi Leonard away from those.
Nice feed and the fence.
4 straight turnovers.
Oh, look out.
And, well, absolutely right, and that would last.
That one, Prince with a sidestep on Plumlee for a foul. And they're in a dogfight here with a number.
This is a team that is acquired of a contending team.
Oh, gets some space, misses the layup of the first half in the second quarter. And Reid goes to work. Anthony Edwards wants it. Kawhi drives, spins, and lays it in. Powell gets up the last shot.
Place you want to be.
Paul George, helpers, been good on the defensive end. Probably the reverse is good. Extra pass, Powell, got it. Ran right out of a potential.
Efficient three-point shooter.
Quads his way in. And for 3. That one's good. Plumlee on him, shakes him behind the back.
It's always solid defense.
And a bad pass. Powell gets some space. A three-pointer, no good. George for 3. For playoff positioning. And that one
To guard off the dribble.
corner. And he stripped from behind.
And Williamson, they put up 30.
George, got to get one up. Tough shot late. Going to be in that 38-30.
Manage him as much as you can.
Powell. Interesting that Alexander Clippers with 11 bench points in. Walker gives it up. Clippers have not been. Leonard pulls it back.
Starting to look like.
Switch, got the big man on him now. Conley in regulation here. Powell continues. Leonard, no, Zubats there.
The rest of the game.
Something to note here. Tilly misses a 3. Gobert, oh! Again, oh, the reverse. See if
He'll end up with his starters. It's forcing him to get off.
playing in a lot of traffic. Drives, Westbrook lays it.
His angle and gave Russell
Fly.
nice.
Here's Powell. Down.
Finally getting.
George now, mid-range jumper short. Loses the handle. Somehow.
They should be watching their father who.
And here is McDaniels. Wolves lead.
Well, it started with Daniels, the wide open 3.
Anderson gives it up. Go. George drives. George at the 8.5-minute mark. Going to work. No. Go back. Here's George for 3.
Much in today's end.
On him, little fadeaway, short. Daniels wouldn't let George get free. Tough shot. Anderson.
25 turnovers.
Minnesota trying to put himself free. Now it's Leonard under behind. Westbrook. Double-double for Westbrook. Organized and called. Edwards to Anderson to
The bucket.
Clippers got to go fast. Arena. 4 rebounds. A lot of time. Powell for three. 7 games under on the road. Saddled with foul trouble in the first half. Gets to start again.
31 games, it's been absolutely the opposite.
Zubats. Points. And McDaniels.
3 percentage, having a great year.
Did a good job there. 32-23 in the second quarter. Really put the clamps down. Defense points in the paint. They're currently plus 10. Paul George was the difference maker for the Timberwolves in the second quarter as Anderson.
Win over Dallas.
Gobert fouled on it.
Above his waist. You can't throw the ball to guys.
To player of the year in the NBA, the 7-1 Rudy Gobert.
Kyle Anderson, who grabbed Morris first.
Oh, and now Anderson leaves it for Gobert. He tips it to himself. And
he's done a great job. He was known as an offensive guy, but what
another steal, and now a little fadeaway, tough shot, no good.
Pounds, and now Russell gone. He's seeing defenses that are loaded.
Needs to improve on. He says, I got to start performing better.
2 defenders all the time, Brian.
Well, in that scenario, Carl, it is certainly going to offer a release valve.
That in high school or college, but what he's done, he said over the last few weeks for a young player like himself.
Yeah, no question. Good report there as George still adding layers to his game, just in his third. 3 to shoot, got to get one up. Conley finds some space behind Gobert. Wolves up 5. Here's Anderson and the Scards sit. Dorian Prince. Nothing there. Prince, good job. That's a travel. Trailing by 5.
They only average 14 turnovers a game, so it has a Minnesota defense that forces a lot of turnovers.
Sunday was just one free throw attempt. This is a penetrate and kick game as Westbrook drives. Zubats follows.
Great rotation by Paul George here within the last 2 minutes.
This third quarter. Here's George going to work on Gobert. Little fadeaway.
They need to do it on a consistent basis if they're going to be true.
Leonard off the foot of Conley. Zubats wrestling will get it organized. Gobert, a little push. No. McDaniels. Prince now, three-pointer. Lately, their last 30 games, they've fallen to 20.
Defensive commitment, and it's concerning. You know, they've tried to just overtime losses. This is a team that should
out there. Edwards ultimately waved off the need for a set.
There, that is a great coaching move and an underrated one.
Bulls bench was great in the first half, and they've got him out there now, and Naz Reid goes right to the 76 on the board. T-Wolves down 7 heavily. Now FanDuel has them currently at +2 at home prior to this road trip. Let a double-digit lead get.
That Minnesota right now is turned into 21 points.
Another mismatch. Got man on him. Goes with the left hand. No good.
Like Kawhi Leonard.
12 first half points. Good chunk of that. Making sure he is healthy for the stretch run.
Good job. He's not getting a lot of easy shots.
Oh, and he strips. Leonard, crossover. Leonard taking on Reed.
Now, they've tried to keep Kawhi Leonard away from those.
Jordan McDaniels, nice feed, and the finish. And it's stolen by Prince. Batum was right there.
That's 4 straight turnovers.
Oh, look out.
And near
to the defensive efforts.
Well, absolutely right. And that would be... I didn't even know I had a glass.
That would go. Booker running the point here. Here's Prince with a sidestep on Plumlee over Reed. Wild shot. He was looking for a foul. And Batum.
Technical.
Remaining in the season, and you're in a dogfight here with a number of...
More than that. For the Clippers, this is a team that is toughest in defensive effort required of a contending team.
Wow, frustrating night for him. Powell gets some space, misses the layup. Clippers led most of the first half. The Wolves wrestled the lead back late in the second quarter, and Reed goes to work. Anthony Edwards wants it. Kawhi. Alexander Walker drives, spins, and lays it in. Powell gets up the last shot. No
physicality, you're not in the place you want to be.
Paul George, 17. Conley with 6 helpers, been good on the defensive end. And Anderson goes right by Conley. The reverse is good. Shave him out of it, huh?
No, he did not.
And To Batum, extra pass. Powell got it. 10-point game. Brought in referee, but he ran right out of a potential
high volume and highly efficient three-point shooter.
Anderson plods his way in. Anderson. And now Batum for three. That one's good. McLaughlin got Plumlee on him, shakes him behind the back.
To complement his always solid defense.
Both sides, Reed running the floor. And a bad pass for 24 points, still a career high. Powell gets some space. Not again with Plumlee on him in the three-pointer. No good. George for three. Trying to fight for playoff positioning. And that one is
difficult for centers to guard off the dribble. 12
have to go. Powell trying to turn the corner, and he's stripped from behind by Al.
Coach in New Orleans without Zion Williamson. They put up 37 defensive end right now.
George got to get one up. Tough shot late. Clockner's already played 30 minutes. Going to be in that 38-39.
Why you load manage him as much as you do.
Gives it up. Powell drives. Powell. And he's in here. Interesting that Alexander Walker. Daniels. Clippers with 11 bench points this quarter. Alexander Walker gives it up. Gobert. T-Wolves have struggled on the road. Clippers have not been a great team on the road. Leonard pulls it back.
But now he's starting to look like.
Conley gets the switch. Got the big man on him now. Jumps out to McDaniels. Conley puts 6.5 to go in regulation here. Powell continues as Leonard goes. Leonard, no, Zubac's there.
On the floor the rest of the game.
Something to note here. Ty Lue boring his team to play harder as Conley misses a three. Gobert, Edwards taking on Zubats again. Oh, the reverse.
In those situations,
see if the
Westbrook and Morris at the table, he'll end up with his starters. Defense there loading up to Edwards and forcing him to get off the ball
tonight. He's been playing in a lot of traffic off the camping in the corner. Westbrook drives. Westbrook lays it in.
Wanted to go under. He changed his angle and gave Russell Westbrook.
Edwards lets it fly. That's his half full coach.
Always.
Here's Powell. Oh. Minnesota down.
The last couple of minutes, Ty Lue finally getting the left.
Here's George now. Mid-range jumper short. Edwards with a spin. Westbrook loses the handle. Somehow gets it to.
Should be. And they should be watching their father, who they just.
Mark. And here is McDaniels. Oh, what he stretches that Timberwolves lead.
Well, it started with a blitz on and got McDaniels the wide open three.
Westbrook
25.
Anderson gives it up. Gobert.
Yeah.
George drives. George. Hey, that was at the 8.5-minute mark. Anderson, slow-mo, going to work. No, Gobert. And Defensive Player of the Year. Here's George for three. Look at Pope.
Doesn't mean much in today's NBA.
Anthony Edwards with Leonard on him. Little fadeaway, short. McDaniels wouldn't let George get free. Tough shot, Westbrook. Kyle Anderson. Anderson knocks it down.
In addition to the 25 turnovers.
Minnesota trying to put together. It's trying to get by him. Can't dribble himself free. Now it's Leonard. Under a minute to go. Got a block from behind. Westbrook for three. Oh! Double-double for Westbrook. Really pays off. Organized and calm. Edwards to Anderson to Gobert.
That's what set up the bucket.
Clippers got to go fast. Powell, no good. At Crypto.com Arena. 17 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Westbrook, boy, using a lot of time. Powell for 3, no good. Team that is 7 games under on the road.